Hello, this is Wayne Erreca with Traverse City Theater Scene. I'm sitting with Luis Araquistain, the Administrative Director for the Traverse City Children's Theater.
Hello.
Can you tell us a little bit about where you came from?
Well, originally I'm from San Francisco. My wife and I moved out here a few years back. And while we were in California, of course, I studied acting. I really got into theater when I was in high school, and I studied theater through college. I was fortunate enough to apprentice with the California Shakespeare Festival. And then I got involved with children's theater. I was a school touring children's theater actor for a good number of years. And it was through that I started teaching and working my way through educational theater. And then my wife and I moved out here, and I got hooked up with the Traverse City Children's Theater, and I was fortunate enough to land this position here.
From the time that you started with Traverse City Children's Theater, explain a little bit about the growth that the theater has taken since you've been a part of it.
It started with my instituting a number of programs. My two predecessors, the first one, Kelly McIntosh, she was one of the founding members of the Traverse City Children's Theater and the first administrative director. She was entirely a volunteer. And they started working on their first couple of productions, and she kind of launched it with Pat Kelsey, one or two other people. I know Phil Murphy had a hand in the founding too, because he arranged space with NMC for the Children's Theater to do a couple of its classes, perhaps even its first show with them. One of the first things I did was to expand our day camp services. Originally it was just 1 2-week program, and I changed that to a very intensive 4-week program. We also have a 1-week intensive that we do. I also started doing classes in the winter along with the other 3 seasons of the year. I expanded the school touring program to something that was only done very occasionally, to something that we actually do 3 times a year now. We produce and tour 3 educational plays a year.
So where do you perform most of your plays? Is it on the main stage?
That depends on the program. We do have 4 main stage productions a year. That's our spring main stage production, our summer performing arts camp production, then our 1-week intensive, and then our little Broadway production. And then we do 2 studio plays a year. We do have our teen studio workshop during the summer and our junior studio workshop during the fall.
How many children do you have involved in the program right now?
Ooh, I know, for example, well, right now we're just starting sign-ups for our spring session, so there's not a complete answer for that yet. But I can tell you, for our winter session, which just finished this week, we had 84 enrollments.
And what are the ages for enrollment?
Again, that depends on the program. We have various programs that are age appropriate, but we actually serve kids as young as 3 all the way up through college age.
For the parents that choose to have their children looked after for like an hour per day, I can't think of a more constructive way for their child to be watched than to be in a program like that. I mean, that's just going to stimulate their senses beyond belief, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for kids that young, it improves their sequencing skills, which is very important for child development. And for people of any age, involvement in theater has a way of improving communication skills.
What would you like to see down the road, 5 years from now?
Oh, gosh. Of course, we're always working. I mean, it's always a work in progress, and it's something that you never try to finish improving. There's always room for improvement. Of course, I would love to serve more students. I'd love to see more programming. I'd love to see more educational opportunities, more shows, better quality in training, better quality in production. The list goes on.
But it's amazing. It's amazing how instrumental, you know, a children's program can be. And, you know, you should keep photos of all these kids, because who knows where they're going to be winding up. They'll be winding up in motion pictures.
Yeah, we definitely are maintaining a nice archive, so we're taking pictures of all of our shows.
Do you have anything else that you'd like to say?
Oh gosh, if I start, I can go on forever. So maybe right now, goodbye and thank you would be the proper thing to say, since we need to wrap it up.
Yeah. Thank you, Luis.
Thank you.